On Tuesday, February 3rd, Uranus goes direct in Taurus. This aspect definitely brings in an interesting energy for us to work with, as we have had Uranus and Taurus since 2018. It briefly went into Gemini last year before it retrograded back into Taurus, and now it's going direct until April, and then it will move into Gemini. So let me read you the description from astrology.com so you can get an idea of what this energy means for us and you. It says, this will be the last time Uranus goes direct in the sign of the bull. So use it as an opportunity to stand your ground over what you believe in and bury your roots deep, as change is on the horizon. However, keep an open mind and don't let stubbornness ruin your good fortune. Very interesting energy. Love this for us. This really feels like boundary setting, knowing where our standards are, getting a nice last glimpse at that before things shift later on in the year or in a few months. Let's roll these and see what the cards have to give. Hopped right up there. A 3 and a 5. Lots of 5s in the rolls lately. A 5 in every roll. This energy will be creative, community, shifting creatively. Also, it's like standing up for what you're creating or what you want to create or what you feel called to, utilizing your resources to create change that allows you to feel more stable, perhaps. But let's get these shuffled up and we'll see what comes up. Okay, they did want me to mention that it's an 8. It's an 8 roll, and that's important. That it's not just the separate numbers that matter, apparently, in this roll, that it's an 8. 8 energy is manifestation energy. It's really being able to embody who you are, know yourself better, know what you're calling in, being on the frequency of that line consciously. Okay. They just wanted me to say that. It's an 8. They kept going, it's an 8 though, Jodie. It's an 8. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll let them know and remind them it's an 8. It's an 8 shuffle. It's an 8 roll. Let's see what the Oracle has to give. Card number 36, Seeing Beyond. There you go. Wowza. That card has some power to it, doesn't it? This is pure brow chakra, period. What do you see for yourself? What are you calling in? Do you have a vision for the future? Can you see beyond what is literally in front of you in this moment or the next? Like what the week has to hold. Like, are we able to see the larger vision? Clairvoyance, of course, is the clair or the intuitive reception mode that would go along with this particular card. And a 36 is a 9. It's basically the number after what we rolled. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see what they have in this, or she has, Colette, has listed for key concepts. Just, okay, it's important to note, they're saying that this particular deck, called the Oracle of 7 Energies, deals with your 7 energetic core frequencies or core energetic wheels, core points within your core energy. Like the core of your body has 7 major energy centers, and this particular deck talks about those, and the cards are segregated into like little sections. And so we're entering this is the first card in energy 6, which of course is your brow chakra. So I don't know, they're just telling me to say that. Okay, key concepts. Vision, the capacity to imagine something, to look beyond the material, beyond the obvious, the realm of the transpersonal, options and possibilities, getting out of your own way and discarding your projected outcomes. That's actually a really good point by the deck, the guidebook, and Spirit. They're saying like, yeah, the outcome's probably not going to be exactly as you picture it. And that's important to note here, being able to see beyond the projections of your mind specifically, right? The projections of your ego, and to settle into a different kind of vision. Seeing beyond energy is about allowing for open or limitless possibilities to be included. It doesn't have to be like, well, I'm going to have to convince myself that everything is limitless, because your brain will fight against that, because that's not entirely true, especially not on the physical realm. Here in the 3D world, there are limitations. The body's a limitation. Let's just start with that, right? Like your divinity, your divine self, your source self is right now operating in a limited vehicle, vessel. So you don't want to try to convince your mind that there's only unlimited possibilities. That might slow you down or block your vision. Instead, including that as a concept is going to be important. And they're talking about standing your ground over what you believe in. Make sure that you bury your roots in the ground. These are things that are not meant to keep you stuck. I want to just say that this energy should not feel like, once I do this, once I draw this line in the sand, I can't move the line. Once I plant my roots here, I can't uproot myself if needed in the future, if I'm called to. So just remember that this isn't like an end all be all, this or that kind of energies that will block your vision, literally. What you want instead is to go, this feels good for me right now. I would like to plant myself here and nurture this for a while. This is what my standard is for myself at this moment, and I'm open and willing to learn even more as I move along. That's the vibe, right? That's the high expression. Let's see what we have here. The 8 of Cups and retreat. Definitely not a surprising card to come here. We're looking to the future. That's exactly what you're doing with an 8 of Cups. And 8 of Cups is our role, right? That's probably, I knew it was coming somewhere. You could feel it with them going, it's an 8, Jodie. Remind them it's an 8. Like, okay, here it is, right? The 8 of Cups is an emotional card of walking away from the things that just don't fit for you. They don't feel good, and you kind of know they're over, even though they may be providing you with something still. In your heart they're done, or they're coming to a conclusion, or you at least need to try something else on, is how Spirit is saying it. Try other options, because there are other possibilities available for you, and you may want to explore more. It's usually time to move on, and being that this is being given with a vision card for us, this really feels like understanding where it is you need to let go of a certain hope, dream, vision that you had for yourself in order to make space for another one that is brimming, or that is coming through, or that wants to provide you with some lessons, wisdom, experiences, answers, solutions, insight, whatever, truth, okay, that's going to resonate with you. In order to fully embody an 8 of Cups in a high expression, you first have to recognize what's not working consciously. And then usually what's happening is it's still giving something to you. And so your brain your mind will work with that. And the reason why I'm talking so much about the brain, by the way, side note, is because we have the vision. Yeah, the brow chakra. So, your brain's going to be working too with the vision at the same time. And so you just want to be conscious of that. Your mind will pick out the thing that it's still giving to you as a reason or excuse to kind of stay in that energy when your spirit or your soul is envisioning what comes next or the path ahead. When you have an 8 of Cups, the high expression is to recognize that consciously first. This isn't resonating. And then to understand that it's time to let it go, or walk away from it, even if it's still providing something for you. To be brave enough to go on the adventure, to look to the future vision and to start moving in that direction. And when you do that, what happens is you run into the 9 of Cups, which is really cool about the 8 of Cups, because this can be a bit sad. It can feel like, am I going to lose everything? Is this going to be a loss for me? Even though it doesn't feel good, it's still giving me something. Can't I cling to that for a little while longer? What they're saying is trust the vision, because it's leading you somewhere. And that may mean walking away from something right now in order to explore or make space for what's coming in for you, that I feel is really great, right? Like the Uranus energy, this feels like we're getting one more kind of chance here over the next few months to be like, how can I be open and make tracks at the same time to prepare for the incoming truth, realizations, communications that are going to be awaiting me as Uranus moves signs in April. So this may be happening over the next couple of months or few months when you're feeling like, oh, this doesn't really fit. I don't like the feeling. It's like a uncomfortable energy or discomfort. And you may have to sit in the discomfort for a moment and just be like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm conscious of it. I'm getting it. What more is there? And that's where you look to the vision and you use your inner sight to be able to see something that what is in physically in front of you cannot be seen, right? What your physical eyes cannot see. You look to your inner vision to show you what your physical vision cannot see in this moment in order for you to have that, in order for you to have that, it just feels like divinely empowered energy or fuel to take a step in a new direction and go on a new adventure. In high expression, the Eight of Cups always feels like, ooh, a new adventure? Cool. I mean, I like what this is giving me, but I would love to go on a new adventure. Maybe it'll feel even more amazing. Maybe that's where what I'm envisioning starts to come to life for me. Okay, let's see what we have here. Charm, charm, charm. I'm charmed. Charmed. Oh, yeah. There you go with the light bulb charm. I mean, this is extremely obvious, right? They're just being extremely obvious right now with a light bulb charm. I don't even know if I've ever pulled that charm out of this bowl. That's amazing. A light bulb charm, of course, is like something turning on an inner light, a new insight, a new idea, clarity. You know, light bulbs come when, and besides that, we have the inner vision card with a light bulb. Like, you can't make that stuff up. They're basically saying there's a new adventure that awaits you. Are you open to possibilities? Can you root yourself in something that you're willing to nurture in a different way? Because obviously there's some insight that wants to come in as we trust the vision and we move forward on a new path, or we're willing to take steps into a new adventure. Even if we don't know exactly what's going to come, they're telling us you're definitely going to have some insight, or it's almost like turning on an inner switch when that happens. And I think this is the preparation for Uranus's move into Gemini. So lean into the new adventure is what I would say. And don't discard your visions. You know what I mean? Pay attention to what your mind is saying about them, because eventually when we trust our vision and we move about the path, the mind catches up. It gets it later. The light bulb turns on a little later. So inner light bulb first and then mental light bulb sometimes after. So just have to trust that and embark upon that path. To see your vision come to life and to live in that experience. All right. If you would like more insight for the season that we're in, Aquarius season, you can choose from 3 cards and watch your guidance with my Aquarius season. Pick a card. Love doing those. Lots of information there for you if you're feeling called to it. Also, I do a personal reading, or I offer a limited amount of personal readings for the month. So for February, we focus on connections. If you feel called to get a personal look or have me take a personal look at what's coming up for you and the guidance for this month, you can head to the description for both of those links. And you can, of course, check in on the Intuitive Astrology playlist for the guidance that's coming up for the next aspects that we'll be leaning into. And if you have not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button for me. And thank you so much for watching.